in consultation with all counties to ensure timely and targeted intervention if this situation escalates. We encourage Parliament in their patriotic mandate to exercise imagination commensurate with the magnitude of the challenge we face. As government makes efforts to mitigate the suffering of the people through a raft of measures already announced, I wish to appeal to the private sector to be compassionate, understanding, and forbearing with our people, and particularly to employers to make necessary adjustments on non-core expenses to safeguard jobs and to endeavor not to lay off staff. I also appeal to the financial sector, financial services sector, and more specifically the banking industry, to be equally understanding and consider instituting loan interest moratoria, suspend foreclosure on properties, and work out a framework to renegotiate loans with borrowers as requested by government. Equally, we encourage our county governments and assemblies to realign their budgets and redirect their resources towards intervention to manage this pandemic and its socio-economic ramifications, and especially to the vulnerable. Our farmers, in their millions, should come out strongly and take advantage of the good rains that we continue to experience and grow as much food as is possible. County governments are urged to work with the national government to coordinate extension, mechanization, and other enabling services. We also acknowledge the exemplary coverage by the media, who have gone to great lengths to facilitate dissemination of information that has enhanced public knowledge on this pandemic. We have also tasked health officials in counties to proactively issue guidelines for food supply chains to control the handling of farm produce, including vegetables and fruits, as well as commercial crops like miraa. The continued supply of fresh produce and food in its entirety is important for our collective health. Finally, though we are going to celebrate this Easter weekend differently, we must remind ourselves that Jesus was persecuted, betrayed, crucified, and that he ultimately died and was crucified and was buried. But he triumphed over death. His resurrection is the reason for our hope of eternal life. I call on the Christian community to lift up our nation in prayer this Easter period. And I equally ask Kenyans of all faiths to commend our nation to God's unfailing mercy and grace for us to overcome this daunting pandemic. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless you all. A few questions just for matters of clarification, and I hope we keep this as it should be. And I hope everybody is keeping safe social distance. I can see some people who are violating. Very good. Yes, my friend?
Possibly as you discuss and consult, what measures do you have in place for the informal sector? This employs more than 80% of the Kenyans. Then secondly, second question, possibly tied to the same. In the course of this pandemic, most of the advocacy and communication, we've seen it coming from State House or through senior members of the cabinet, some of who also attend the president's briefing
Okay. Maybe I will take another question and then I will answer both of them.
We haven't been seeing you in the presses held by President Uhuru Kenyatta for quite a while during this pandemic. And I would like to know, as his principal assistant, are you in good terms with President Uhuru Kenyatta? And if it is so, how often do you talk, how often do you meet basically as his principal assistant during this time moving forward? Thank you, Vincent.
First, the raft of issues that we propose to Parliament cover the whole spectrum of where we can reach as government. If you look at the list of interventions that will be captured under the program that we are working on, it is targeting a huge section